anya na asị na mgbe anyị mechara n'obodo a na-ala obodo ekwensu bụ uzu ga na-amajiji
ise
ndị iro ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị ọjọọ ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị na-agwọ nsị ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
ndị okwu asị ga-anọ n'ọsọ
ise
eziokwu Chineke ga-apụta ihe
ise
onye anyị ka anyị na-arịọ ugbu a na ruo mgbe niile ebido
ise.
Thank you so much for joining my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember, please, each time you watch my video, share with your neighbors. Don't be stingy with the video. Share to every platform where you belong. Share to family and friends. Let them hear from us and know what we are saying and know our own point of view. You know, the social media, that is where we have our voice. The conventional media and the international media, most of them have been hijacked by the government, the Janjaweed government that we know, the tyrant. They have hijacked the media and they will always try to change the narrative to favor them. But we, on the social media, will say it exactly the way it is and bring it to your doorstep. Let you know exactly what is happening. That is why you are here. And you know, today is a very wonderful day. A day that will celebrate the beginning of our freedom. As you can see, in the prayer that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always offer before I start my prayer, before I start my message every day, I pray the prayer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's always praying for us that we are going to succeed. He prayed against all our enemies, pray against all saboteurs, pray against all those who are standing, people who are fighting for justice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been praying against them and the prayer is working. We are standing tall and will never relent. Chuks, the Almighty Creator, who created heaven and earth, is standing with us. He is the only person we worship and no other person. We don't worship idol. We have no other God anywhere except Chuks. That is where we put our trust. That is why we are not scared. That is where we cannot be moved. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We will be victorious. Today marks the beginning of the victory. You can see what transpired in the court today. It is not just a show. But what transpired in the court today show you that the Janjaweed are really scared. They are afraid of the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are afraid of what he stands for, the Biafran people. They are afraid of what he stands for, freedom of the people. They do not want to face freedom face to face. They are scared. They were not even bold enough to bring him to court. But notwithstanding, there was progress. The judge finally have given them a mandate that they must provide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court in the next sitting. And again, that the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must see him twice every week. It is compulsory and mandatory. The judge made it mandatory, that it is his right and it must be given to him. You know, they refused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sign the document that he was supposed to sign from Britain. This time around, they cannot stop it. They are scared. They are shaking. They claim to have numerous evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are you now scared of coming to court? Why are you scared of coming to court? It is really sad, but I thank God in the whole situation. You can see from all the videos we saw that Biafrans are not scared. They are standing bold and tall. You can see Biafran lawyers from all corners of the earth floating in the court, want to attend. They want to know what is going on. The fight is not just the fight of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for the fight of every Southern. This is the time the Southern have to come together and unite. This is the time the Southerners have to come and fight a common cause. I saw our brother Sowore. He was there. Our brother Sowore was there, making his own case, making his voice heard. He was putting forward a legitimate argument for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is one video I would like you to pay attention to. There was one idiot in that very place. I would not like to call his name because he doesn't want calling his name in any platform. He came there and he was asking Sowore, telling Sowore that the government have a credible evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of killing and other things. Sowore asked him, what about the government you're talking about? What about the government you're talking about? Don't you have evidence about the government killing people everywhere? He said, yes, of course he knows. He knows, and still yet he is supporting that government that kills. This is the hypocrisy of people who call themselves freedom fighters. This person I'm talking about is even an Igbo person. An Igbo person. A clueless human being who doesn't know his left and right, who is confused. A frustrated person. This was how he frustrated himself in Turkey. He went to go and report IPOB. In the process of reporting IPOB, a legitimate organization, he was thrown back to Nigeria. And he's now frustrated in Nigeria, cannot even find food in his table. Instead, what he's singing about everywhere is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this. Lying without evidence. Even Sowore himself challenged him that if you so have evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why don't you go and stand for the government as somebody to testify? Go and testify on behalf of the government. What are you waiting for? If you have evidence, what prevents you from bringing it to court? Sowore told it to the face. If you have evidence, take it to the court. Don't keep it to yourself. Go to the court and present. Let the world see your evidence. That is why the court is there. It's not for a joke. Watch the video briefly.
You cannot say you have overwhelming evidence. You cannot have overwhelming evidence over anybody and be hiding it. It's meant for the courtroom. It's not meant to be kept somewhere. So, and you know, we also have overwhelming evidence of government killing people. Of course, of course. It's on both sides. Yes. So, that's what I need to tell you.
You can see how useless some people have become, how senseless some people have become, all because of their envy and jealousy, all because of their wickedness. Somebody will be coming to make a case on behalf of a government that he himself agreed that this government is a murderous government, just simply because you hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for no just cause. For fighting for the Igbos, that is the only reason why you hate him. For fighting a just cause. You came now and you are standing with that same government that you know is a killer of his own people. They have murdered so many people, innocent people. You are not talking about that. You are not talking about your fellow innocent citizens that have been killed. Now, you are standing against a citizen who is fighting for the right of his own people. Speaking against him. What a shame. I believe after that very video, when he goes back home, if he has conscience, he sits back and watch the challenge that she will throw to him, he will be forced to repent and think twice. And again, you can see Sowore making a call for a massive protest. That is what we need now.
Before that day, which I'm sure they are planning, go out. There are only 1 million, there are less than 1 million security forces in Nigeria, army, police, everything combined together. We have 200 million people, 206 million people, and the regime. I'm just a witness in the case. So August 5, wherever you may be, you are IPOB, Shiaitso, Yoruba, NSAS, let's all come out, and that's the beginning of it. Even if I'm arrested before that day, which I'm sure they are planning, go out. There are only 1 million, there are less than 1 million security forces in Nigeria, army, police, everything combined together. We have 200 million people, 206 million people, and less than 1 million people will be holding 206 million people to ransom. What is wrong with us? It's unacceptable, and we must stop that. We must end that, so that nobody will ever do this again in the future. Nobody will come and become president and think that they can do what they like and treat.
Mr. Sowore, some people accuse you of being one of those who brought Buhari to power by supporting him in 2015 massively too.
You are a journalist. If you can present to me any evidence of where I was in a campaign for Buhari, or any article I wrote campaigning for Buhari, or any meeting I had with any political party, not even APC alone, present it to the public. Because each time we ask for this evidence, everybody goes mute.
You were not in support of Buhari by 2015?
I never participated. I didn't even vote. My first time of voting was 2019. In my life, I registered in 2018, voted in 2019. How do you support Buhari? The people that are saying that I supported Buhari are people who believe that Jonathan should continue the thievery that he was prosecuting between the time he was elected around 2011 and when he was kicked out in 2015. But it's the same me that they accuse that fought for Jonathan to become acting president and eventually president, when the cabal in this Abuja said that, you know, an Ijaw man can never be president of Nigeria. Why don't they use that? Also,
do you have any regrets working for Jonathan's removal or calling for his ouster from power?
It's just, if you ask me in the future that do I have a regret fighting against these tyrants? Never. Will I have a regret fighting against a thief? Never. Did I regret fighting against Babangida? Never. Did I have regret fighting against Abacha? Never. These are horrible leaders. And we will keep fighting until we get the right kind of leaders that should occupy this decent space. decent leaders that can occupy the presidency.
So we have an election coming up in 2023, and political parties have started meandering or moving around and meeting to put up a candidate. Are you looking to run in 2023 again?
I'm interested in every democratic process that can take this country to the best level. But I won't lie to you that an election is being planned for 2023. They are planning selection again in 2023. If you doubt me, go and ask what they did in Lagos local government election yesterday. Go and ask what they did. And come and tell me if that is election. And that is what they are perfecting. If you tell me that what happened in Kogi State is an election, then I have a bridge to sell to you somewhere. If you tell me that what they did in Bayelsa, what they did in Ondo is democratic, free and fair election, then I have a bridge to sell to you. Or Imo State, where the person who did not win the election became the governor of the state, and now is inviting the Air Force, the army, to be bombing his own people. That's what you call election. You know, nobody loves democracy more than I do, or better than I do, because I fought for democracy when I was 18 years old. I'm 50 now. So you can't tell me any story about democracy. But the one we have now is not democracy. This is morontocracy. Government of morons, by morons, and for morons.
Omoyele Sowore bụ onye zọbụlụ ọkwa onye isi ala Nigeria n'afọ 2019 mgbe emelụ ntuli aka eji ahọpụta onye isi ala Nigeria.
When we talk about revolution, that revolution is cooking, and it is time for the whole Southerners to come together. If you are a well-meaning person in the South, if you are in that country called Nigeria, from any tribe, any indigenous tribe in that very country called Nigeria, it is not even only the South. Anybody that is fighting for his own right, this is the time that freedom is being brought to court. This time that freedom is on trial, this is the time for the whole people to revolt. Come out from your corner. Whatever date that you should come out from your corner and join this massive protest. This massive movement, we will talk about revolution, it stands in the day. A revolution, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching, that the only thing that is going to stop this tyrant and we're going to reform this very contraption called Nigeria is the revolution. Revolution of the people. Revolution of the people. And that same thing is what Sowore is calling for. Revolution of the people. The time has come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done every work he's supposed to do, sensitize everybody. You cannot tell me that you don't know this or not that. Everything that you need to know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has told you. Every experience that you need to have, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every defense you need, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has. You build defense on the ground to support you. Defense on the ground to defend you from the arm's way. Everything has been in place. This is the time. If you're a Southern, most especially Southerners, this is the time to come out in mass. This is the time to come out in mass. The revolution is about to happen. The massive revolution which the government, the Janjaweed, cannot stop. How many are they? How many are their military? In a country of 200 million, 200 plus millions. Yet, because of maybe 1 million or 2 million people, you cannot come out and fight for your right. The time is now. The time is now. We have overcome our fear. They have been killing us for a very long time. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to say always. If it is death, we will die. They will die. But at the end of the day, Biafra will come. Oduduwa will come. Every indigenous tribe will have their freedom. And that is the target. The only target and what we're pursuing is freedom. Freedom for all. Regardless your tribe, regardless your religion, regardless where you belong, regardless your ethnicity, regardless wherever the caliphate have placed you. The only thing that matters now is freedom. And revolution will bring freedom to the doorstep of everybody so that we can go back to our basis, build a nation that we can be proud of. Biafra can go their way, Oduduwa will go their separate ways, Middle Belt will go their separate ways, and in each region they will have nations in it, building up with their own resources. This has been the mandate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The time is now. Stop sitting in the fence. If you continue to sit in the fence, you will be the next person to be buried. If you continue to sit in the fence, you will be the next person to be buried. And it will be late when you'll be hearing the national anthem of Biafra from your grave, or the national anthem of Oduduwa from your grave. The time to fight and rise up is now. Everybody that is agitated in that very contraption called Nigeria, everybody that has been oppressed in that contraption called Nigeria, this is the time to unite. Let there be a revolution to turn things around. It is going to happen. It doesn't matter if you believe it or you don't believe it, you join or you don't join. It is going to happen. It's just a question of time. But that time is coming very, very soon than ever. May Chuks Abiyama guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As Chuks Abiyama has started granting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu victory, this victory will continue to lead us until we get to Biafra. May Chuks Abiyama strengthen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever he is. Give him good health. Give him more word and wisdom so that he can be able to lead us to the promised land. May Chuks Abiyama protect Sunday Igboho. Protect him wherever he is. Guide him, protect him. Let him be exonerated from any charges against him in Benin Republic. Very soon, Sunday Igboho will regain his victory. He will regain his freedom, and he will join us, and the Obuja movement will work strong. May Chuks Abiyama bless everybody who is fighting for freedom genuinely in that contraption called Nigeria. We will all be free. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how they follow it. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you so much for watching, and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video. Victory is sure.
Thank you.